It's the job interview from hell. From across the country, Britain's tycoons of tomorrow are heading for London.
In life, there are two types of people. There are winners, and the second one, I can't say it, and I won't say it.
I'm ready for the biggest and toughest challenge of my life. My strategy is very aggressive, play to win. Not only beat the other candidates, but thrash them.
I am a natural-born salesman. It's what I do. The spoken word is my tool.
16 candidates have been chosen from 20,000 applicants.
As a salesperson, I rate myself as probably the best in Europe.
In my law degree, I got a first-class honours. In my master's, I got a distinction. There is something inherently within me, which means that I have to get to the top.
They're here to fight it out for a dream job worth £100,000.
I'm quite happy to cut people out of my life if I think it's going to help me be a success, be a winner.
But to succeed, they'll have to win favour with the boss, Sir Alan Sugar.
It's up to you. You open your bloody mouth, or I'll fire the bloody five of you if I have to. I don't give a shit.
Tough and to the point, Sir Alan left school at 16 selling car aerials from the back of a van.
This stuff is so simple, just common sense.
These days, he's worth more than £800 million. Famous for computer giant Amstrad, recently sold for £125 million, Sir Alan now controls a vast business empire. As a government advisor, he has the ear of the Prime Minister. And today, once again, he's on the hunt for an apprentice.
Don't start telling me that you're just like me, because no one's like me. I'm unique.
He'll put these young business prospects through his punishing selection process.
This is getting on my fucking nerves. We're looking like idiots.
You take one side of the story and then you just attack.
I haven't worked out what the hell you were doing. This is outrageous.
16 candidates.
I'm sick of looking at you at the moment. Get out that door.
It's about teamwork. It's about being a sound of
I am happy doing it, but you put people in the appropriate skill set.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
12 weeks.
Whose is this? I don't know.
Yeah, lovely, 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 like it.
That is the sign of a good salesperson.
One job.
You haven't got a bloody clue. Not a bloody clue. You're fired. You're fired. This was a total disaster. You're fired.
Sir Alan will see you now.
Well, nervous? Apprehensive? Good. You should be. For the benefit of those who may have been banged up in some Cuban jail somewhere, I'll tell you what this is about. One of you is going to end up working for me on a six-figure salary. But I tell you what, the money doesn't mean anything. I've been in business for 40 years. Your prize is working with me. Every week I'm going to set you business tasks. It's very simple. You're going to break up into two teams. You'll go out, you'll execute the task, you'll come back in this boardroom, one team will win, and in the losing team, one of you will get fired. This is a business boot camp. Mary Poppins, I am not. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're on your own 2 feet. Now let me introduce you to Margaret Mountford. Margaret has been a colleague of mine for over 25 years. She's my eyes and ears, if you like. And here we have Nick Hewer. Just the same as Margaret, he will be watching the teams and reporting back to me every move. I've got you a most beautiful house. Actually, it's a converted factory. In my days, they used to make glass in it. Nowadays, they convert them for posers like you to live in. You might think you're going to go off now and settle in. Well, you're not, because business starts now. And here is what the first task is all about. I've got you 2 van loads of fish. 600 quid's worth of fish. I've also got you permission to roam around the streets of London and trade. Very, very simple. The team that comes back with the most amount of money wins. The team that doesn't loses, and in that team, one of you will get fired. I'm going to set it off with boys versus girls. Off you go, and I'll see you all back in this boardroom 7 o'clock tonight.
For the 16 candidates, suited and booted for their boardroom briefing, it'll be 2 van loads of wet fish and 10 hours of hard sell. And there's no time to waste. They've got to turn themselves from perfect strangers into close-knit teams.
Hi. Jennifer. Hi.
Hi, Alex. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Lee.
I'm Lee. Kevin. Yeah, nice one.
Alex.
Alex, I'm Lee. How you doing? All right.
Nice to meet you.
God, that was eventful, wasn't it, boys?
Do you have any expert costermongers here? Fish sellers? If I am faced with a situation that may cause, mere morsels to quake, I don't.
What do people do for a living?
I'm in sales.
Fantastic.
I love sales.
To me, business is simple. It's about making money, and making more money.
So, Nick, how long have you been a barrister?
I only just qualified last year.
I'm basically a telesales recruitment and training manager, so selling is my crux.
So you put people in call centres?
If someone came up to me and said, "You're arrogant," I'd say, "You're 100% right. I am arrogant, and what are you going to do about it? That's the way I am."
Selling fish is the type of basic trade Sir Alan loves. Find the customers, get a good price, make a profit.
Some of these people might think they're executive level. Oh, wouldn't do that type of thing. Well, they're going to have to do that type of thing. I did when I started my business. I packed boxes. I even drove vans and I loaded vans. They're straight into the deep end. Let's see how they work together.
Don't know anybody's back really. What do they do,
Exactly.
Hopefully, in that other car, there'll be someone that says, "I worked at Billingsgate for 5 years," and we'll be like, "Touch!"
9 a.m. First job for both teams, choose a name.
Suggestions? One's alchemy. It's kind of magic and the process of making... Yeah. You don't like alchemy? No. I like the name dynamic.
No, I like impetus, as in drive.
You can say impetus.
Not impetus.
So we've got...
I think
The similarity is maybe a bit...
I thought Renaissance, because it means rebirth. Because the team's going to evolve and change. It could be Renaissance fish market or Renaissance... God, I don't know.
we could go for gravitas.
That's weighty.
Pompous, yeah, there's nothing wrong with pomposity. It's gravitas.
Do you want to know the Renaissance or gravitas?
Yeah. Or for Renaissance.
It's carried then.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Call it
Renaissance.
Yeah.
I quite like the name Strike. It's really strong, complete knockout, it's complete success, and I think that's what we should embody as a team.
We came up with Alpha. We have Alpha being dominant. Alpha is also the brightest star in the constellation. It's the beginning of the Greek alphabet. Also, it looks a wee bit like a fish as well.
So, all those for Alpha? I prefer Alpha, I think.
Okay, looks like we're Team Alpha.
Excellent.
Next, both teams must decide who will take the lead in Sir Alan's first task.
Anyone that likes to put themselves forward?
Well, I think, first of all, people in sales should put themselves forward because this is a sales task. I know you said you're a sales manager.
My concern is if I am the project manager, I'm not selling, I am capable of selling my heart out for this team.